So Arsenal 0, Liverpool 3, and Dan, that was disgusting, man. That was spineless, and from start to finish, we never looked in the game, did we?
I went into this game not confident, as I normally do at the moment with Arsenal, if I'm honest with you, Lee. But to say that was a disgrace was an understatement. And I can slate some players 100%. But how any Arsenal fan can honestly sit there and tell me to trust the process with what I've just seen is beyond me, mate. What are we trusting in a novice coach? And this is the problem with this club at the moment, mate. We have become a novice club. And the reason I say that is because of the mentality that is from the top right the way through to this team. And unfortunately, it starts with this manager at the moment, because this manager is clearly a novice. And I think he would probably admit that. I've just watched his interview and he's basically said the whole thing was his fault. I mean, that's just honestly, how much of a clown does he make himself look on these? There's amazing press conferences that he has. I think he's awful in front of journalists, absolutely awful. He is so like below average when it comes to this. It's just everything that he does. And I look at this team and I think, how have we got the three most expensive players playing up front, and he cannot get them working together? Our front three cost more than Man City and Liverpool's, mate.
Yeah,
and we can't score goals. Most expensive front three, and he cannot get them playing football. And the reason we're a novice club is because we've got a novice bunch of owners that don't care. We've got novice board members at the moment, like Vinay Van Kartesham, which no Arsenal fan can tell me what he does, by the way. We've got Edu, who's a novice. We've got Arteta, who's a novice. And who's been performing for us this season? Novice players like Saka and Smith Rowe. Yeah. And when they're not playing, like today, we're wasters out there. Absolute wasters. If Aubameyang spent as much effort doing his on the pitch as he does doing his hair, mate, we might have had half of a chance of actually doing something today. The guy was awful, absolutely awful. So was lack of threat up front. He is absolutely like hit and miss. And with Pepe, he has got so much talent there, and this manager doesn't know how to get it out of him. He just doesn't have a clue how to get it out of him. 1 minute he's playing him on the left, then he comes back into the right, then he's bombed out the team for 3 weeks. You know, what did that do for a confidence of the team? Then he comes back in on the right. He's playing behind a different right back every week because he can't work. He's playing now 3 different right backs: Cedric, Chambers, Bellerin. We never know which one it's going to be. We've got an absolute donkey at the back, who everyone tells me has been our best centre-half this season in Rob Holding. And him and Chambers at the back there. I mean, I know it was Aubameyang's fault for not doing anything for the cross, but how have they left him there? I mean, as soon as he came on, Jota, I thought to myself, that's the danger man. Make sure you're on him, because he is going to come on. He's class. And what happens? He gets left in the box like Raheem Sterling did 3 weeks ago. What don't you learn? Do you know what I mean? This is just basic stuff, mate. And on midfield, we've managed to sign Thomas Partey and be worse in midfield. Like how? It's just embarrassingly.
Mate, it's a shambles. And the thing is, you're right. What you said about Jota is that, like, Rob Holding, when I see that, and Gabriel had a disaster, by the way. Both of them were shocking. People have been telling me that this Gabriel is a top-class centre-back, but he looked great for 3 months, yeah? And then obviously he got COVID and he got injured and stuff like that. He has been in shambles. And you know what, right? You'll remember this. When we played up at Old Trafford and we beat them 1-0, Man United, he should have had a second yellow, because he got nutmegged by the corner flag by Mason Greenwood and he chopped him down. The reason he was on a yellow is because he was on the halfway line doing exactly the same, and he does it time and time again. Tonight, I don't know what he was doing with Salah. The only surprise for me was Salah didn't dive and fall over. Yeah. Because I thought he's going down, because he went with his left, but your left is the foot that's going to scoop it out. But he didn't. He had his left a foot up in the air. Yeah. Aubameyang's a disgrace. Real talk, mate. That guy, I have no idea what's happened to him this season, because he just looks like somebody's just unplugged him, and put Travis Scott in there rather than like the real Aubameyang. Please stand up. It is a disgrace. It is a disgrace. Lacazette as well. People would give Lacazette a pass tonight because they go, "Oh, he runs around and he works hard." Well, I expect you to. You play for the club. You should do that as standard. When you said about like something like it's novice this and novice that, you're absolutely spot on, right? Because I've seen a couple of things online tonight where people are going, "Oh, we missed Saka." He scored 5 goals all season. 5 goals all season in the league. 5. And we've missed him. Yes, I know he creates and he drives at people. We didn't miss him tonight. That was a shambolic performance. We didn't miss Granit Xhaka. I see a thing that some analyst company did the other day saying he's been our best player statistically this season. Yeah, the company was based in Switzerland. He's probably got a share in it. I mean, it's like we shouldn't laugh, but at the same time, you have to laugh. Otherwise, you're just going to explode. Because this season, like I just texted you a minute ago and said, since 2003. That we have only had 3 or less shots on goal 5 times. That's 18 years, yeah? 4 of them have been under this manager. And that tells you all you need to know about this manager. He's got no forward thinking. It's all about let's not concede. And when people are saying he's fixed the defence, Dan, yeah? We've conceded 6 in 2 games and we're 16 away. Yeah, right? We're 16 away from equaling the 51 goals from wide open Unai Emery's full season. And we've got 8 games left, including Chelsea and Everton and Crystal Palace. I don't get it.
All I can do is laugh, Lee. All I can do is laugh. Do you know my easiest response? Do you know, like, when Spurs fans start giving it to Arsenal, all you just say is, what have you won? That's the only thing you need to say is, what have you won? Arsenal fans are getting like that, because when people say to me, oh, well, but with Arteta, I just said, have you looked at the league table? That's all I say. Have you looked at the league table? Because that's all you need to do. We're on the same points as Leeds, bruv. They only come up this year. I just don't understand how people can sit there and say there's progress and we're supposed to be trusting a process. Why was the process not okay to trust it under Unai Emery, but with the same owners and the same board members, apart from Edu, which that's what it is, it's okay to trust it because it's Arteta? Somebody said to me earlier, I was doing a watch along on a Zoom just with a few lads of mine, no like podcast or anything, just to laugh. And they were saying, yeah, but he has won an FA Cup, Dan. He has won an FA Cup. And I said, so what, is Di Matteo better than Arsene Wenger then as a manager? Because Di Matteo's won the Champions League and Arsene Wenger hasn't. I don't understand this logic, mate. It's not football's about winning trophies, but it doesn't mean when you win one, you're then the best ever. Otherwise, Mesut Ozil and Mustafi would be better than De Bruyne and Van Dijk. But they're not, because they both won a World Cup and they didn't. I don't understand that logic, mate. I don't understand what is happening with these fan base. They seem to be accepting mediocrity, mate. And unfortunately, I am one who is not. How long do we have to put up with results like these? This is another thumping at the Emirates. The last time we did this was only a few months ago. We've done it twice. Once against Villa back in November. And then who did we get spanked to not so long ago? Then obviously last week we got 3 goals in, 25 minutes against West Ham? Yeah. I don't understand this, mate. Where are we going? Where are we going?
We've lost a lot of games. I don't know exactly how many we've lost at home this season, but I think this is one of our worst, if not our worst, Premier League seasons at home. And people have put it down to we haven't got fans at the ground. Okay, well, that's cool. Great. I accept that. But on that basis, then, we'd be shocking away like we were when we had fans at the ground. Yeah, because our away form was crap. Our away form was actually better than our home form right now. Yeah, because maybe it's because of no fans. But the fact that this manager has broken record after record after record for the wrong reasons, and people are so adamant that this guy is the right man, I genuinely don't see it, Dan. I don't get what they're watching, mate. You said Leeds United are drawing on points with us. Yeah, people were talking it up before this game. We've still got a chance of top 4 after people were laughing that West Brom slapped Chelsea. This is the same, and I see a great tweet, by the way. A guy I follow, he's only got a couple of followers, 60 followers or whatever, yeah? And he put a tweet out saying, Arsenal fans and Arteta fans have battered me for weeks saying, but you can't win with 10 men. It's impossible to win with 10 men, blah, blah, blah. So why are you now all laughing at Chelsea then? Yeah. And that sums it all up for me. It's just like tit for tat. It's all about getting one up online. Yeah. That's what we've become as a fan base, mate.
Why are people laughing at Chelsea, Liverpool and Spurs, by the way? Why are Arsenal fans laughing at them 3 clubs? Because we've got no right to laugh at those 3 clubs at the moment. We're lucky. He's lucky he's got the Europa League, mate, because otherwise I think he should be sacked anyway. Don't get me wrong. I would have sacked him back in October when we did that shambolic, it's a performance like that tonight, 3 times in a row against Wolves, Burnley and Villa. So we should have gone. I'm sorry, mate. I don't accept that crap. That's got to be done. See you later. And talk about the fans coming in, Lee. I'm bloody glad the fans ain't there, mate. I wouldn't want to go at the moment at home. Can you imagine how toxic that would be? It would be absolutely horrendous place to be. Mate, he's lucky. He's lucky. Yeah, mate. Yeah, mate. Can you imagine what that would be like now? The fans, do you reckon he'd be like sitting there now coming out an interview saying this is all my fault? No, he wouldn't, because the fan base would be absolutely on his back, mate. Worse than Emery at the moment, because of the way that I see it is this There's always this. Arsenal fans can't unite. I've said it for ages. We're about Kroenke, doesn't matter if it's about Wenger, doesn't matter if it's Ozil, Xhaka, and now it's Arteta. And it's going to be soon. It's probably about 20% me and you and 80% love this guy for whatever reason, and we don't know why. That's soon going to come 30, 40, 50, 50. Very, very soon, because I have no faith that Leicester and Rangers getting knocked out by Slavia Prague, who at the moment are playing better football than Arsenal, whether you like it or not, they are. How are we going to get through this? Do you have any faith getting through these next two games? I just don't get it. People say we've got a nice, easy route to the final. Yes, we have. If we're the Arsenal of old, we're not. I have no faith going into these games. I predicted a 1-1 draw today, and in the first half, I thought perhaps it was going to be. The first half was summed up Arsenal and Liverpool's season, if I'm honest with you, negative. The second half summed up our season and how Liverpool started to get some players back, which is why they started to play a little bit of football, because they weren't great today, by the way. We got battered by a poor side. Very, very poor side.
100%. Listen, Sam, thank you, man. And listen, thanks for all the love and support this week as well. It's been a hard week for both of us. Very close with Claude. And he'll be sitting there saying it's time to go as well with this manager, mate. And he'll be sitting there fuming probably right now, chewing his mum's ear off. And yeah, it's been sad, man. But listen, you've been a massive help to me and vice versa this week, man. We've bigged each other up and supported each other this week. I just want to say thank you very much for that, man. And thank you for coming on as well. Appreciate it, bro.
Mate, absolutely top drawer for what you do on this channel. But more importantly, how you've been with me. Me, you and Kenny have been pretty close, texting each other pretty much daily because of the sad news of a good friend of ours. And I think that when you look at the performances, sometimes we get frustrated, we get angry. You realise it doesn't actually mean anything because there's a lot more important stuff in life. And I was absolutely devastated on Monday, and still am nearly a week later. So this is going to be a hard one for me to get over, likewise with yourself. But you've been a massive help, and so is everybody else. And just you know, be kind is all I'll say, because the amount of people that I've seen online that have given not just people like Claude, but a lot of people abuse. We ain't here long enough to be doing stuff like that. So that's my message to everyone. Just 2 words: be kind.
Top man. Thank you.